Hey guys, Krootman here, and if you're like me, you use your PC for everything, and frankly, you most likely have more than one PC. And if you are like me, and I apologize for making this assumption, but I'm pretty cool in my opinion, then you have never, ever turned your PC off. Like, ever. One of the benefits of being a dirty, disgusting crypto miner, part-time dirty, disgusting crypto miner, is that you become hyper aware of how much power each miner you have uses so that you can figure out their profitability. And as always, when you go deep down a dark rabbit hole, it starts to bleed over into other things. And my main gaming, editing, and time-wasting PC has an Asus Thor PSU on it, which is fantastic, and I would recommend everybody gets one. You can see it right here. And because it shows you exactly how much power it uses all the time, because I can basically see it as long as R2's not in the way, which he is sometimes, I admit. I noticed that it basically takes about 140 watts when it's idling, doing nothing. It rotates between like 130 and 150. You can see here it's 129, but you get the idea. I got to thinking, I never, ever turn off my PC because I leave about 5 bajillion Chrome windows up. You guys know what I mean. Of course you need them all, right? Like, you opened up a window with something that you don't want to forget, you don't want to bookmark it because that takes work, so you just leave the window open, you throw another window in, and then you open another window over that, and another window over that, and then you have about a bajillion Chrome windows open, right? And I'm gonna need them all at some point, so why turn my PC off? And plus, it takes about 15 seconds to boot it up, and I don't have that much time to waste because, I'm busy, right? Content takes time to film, I have kids, it's just too much time. So it got me thinking, how much money am I paying to save approximately 5.4 minutes over the course of a calendar year, assuming I turn the PC on once a day? I don't really want to find out, if we're being honest. But for the purposes of helping you guys out, because I'm such a nice guy, right? I'm such a nice guy. Because I'm a nice guy, make sure you hit that like button and you smash that sub button as well, and consider being a member. It does help the channel, and why wouldn't you want to help a nice guy like me? I decided to buck up and put my big boy pants on and figure out how much power I waste. Alright, so in case anybody isn't aware, now I know most miners probably know how to do this. Well, I hope most miners know how to do this, but this is for the gamers, guys, and everybody else who's checking this video out. How to calculate your kilowatt hours. Basically, what you have to do is, the formula is simple. You take the total watts that you're using, you times it by the hours a day that you think it's using or that you think it's on, you divide it by 1,000. So I want to show you, I want to go over my gaming specs, which are on the left. You can see I have a 7800X3D with a 4090, 64 gigs of RAM, a Noctua NH D15 cooler. My power supply is an Asus 1200 watt Thor, and then you can see all my storage. I've got 2 8TB RAID drives. I've got two 1TB M.2 gaming drives because Call of Duty takes up basically one of those, and I want to play other games too. And then I've got a boot drive that's 512 gigs and 3 case fans. The reason I listed all of that is just so you can get an idea of how much power those parts use, with a total idling power of about 140 watts. My power rate, which all of you can find it on your power bill, basically 12.7 cents kilowatt hours. Now keep in mind that is way under the national average of 18 cents, and some of you guys, like over in Europe, shout out to all my friends in Europe, could have up to 30, 40, even 50 cents kilowatt hours. So this really adds up. So my daily usage is pretty simple. I use my PC for about 12 hours a day. I know that seems like a lot, but I game on it at night, I work on it during the day, and I do some other things on it as well, and I'm sure there's some time wasting in there. So I would say, and then on the weekends, I basically unplug, as I'm on it all day, so I like to spend the time with my family, my kids, etc. So I basically am not on it at all. Now remember, this is just guesstimations, guys. So you're looking at total hours idling about 100 hours per week. So how much money am I wasting leaving my PC on per week? So you see the kilowatt hour formula, 140 watts times 100 hours, you divide it by 1,000, or you get 14 kilowatt hours. Times that by my 12.7 cents power rate, I get about $1.77 a week leaving it on. So it's honestly not that bad. It's basically like the cost of a Red Bull, basically, which isn't terrible. But then you times that by 53 and you get almost $100, which that is actually substantial. That could be the cost of a CPU, that could be the cost of a GPU, that could be a solo miner, that could even be a night out at the bar, that could be, you know, a few video games, that could be quite a few games during the Steam sale. So it adds up. But wait, there is way more. I used to have a work PC on the same desk from home, and I was using that for a while before I realized I could just do it all on the same PC. And I left that one on 24/7, 365 because I would use it for remoting in and for other tasks. And then I was like, I gotta add that one up too. So let's check out my work PC. This PC I was actually really proud of. It was all repaired parts. I had a 2700X, I had an undervolted 1070, 8 gigs of RAM, just a stock cooler, and the PSU was some random Corsair power supply. It doesn't matter. No fans, and a single M.2. Now, because these parts are not that efficient, it was about 90 watts with the super undervolt. If it reboot and the undervolt didn't take, it was more, which kind of stunk. So we know my power rate. Go over everything. Essentially, you can see on the right side all the numbers again. Without getting into it too much, long story short, it was basically the same amount. So $93.29, which means both PCs I wasted almost $200 a year not turning them off. But wait, there's even more. I know you all have servers. Don't lie to me. Most of you have servers and they use power. And one thing I started to realize is I don't need to leave my server on 24/7. The things I use it for, when I need to use it, I can just turn it on. Now granted, it's in a very high spot in my room, so it's not the easiest thing to turn on. I would think that this thing uses about the same amount of power as the rest of them because it's got a 1050 non-TI in it, and it's got a 7700X along with a bunch of hard drives. So I'm basically assuming it uses about the same amount of power. So we're at $300 a year. $300 a year I'm wasting. So my server PC is going off. That second PC is gone. My VM PC is being turned off when I don't need it. I am really going to focus on not wasting power, guys, and you should too. I'm going to start turning this PC off because $300 to $400 a year is a lot of money, and I think a lot of us don't understand how much money we waste because we're lazy and we don't want to turn our PCs off. So guys, turn your PCs off. Save that money. Use it for other parts. If this video was sponsored, it would be the perfect segue into a sponsor, but it's not. Still growing the channel, still working on more sponsors. If this info helped you, please like and sub to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, turn your PC off. I'm about to turn it off right. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Krootman out.